going on, guys? All right, man, I just watched a video that I want to share down below, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Before I get into all that, I made a video about a week ago about proof of God, and within that video I discussed a little bit about DNA, okay, and how all the cells are programmed in your body, how God programmed each individual cell out of all the trillions of cells, and they're programmed on what to do, every single cell. So I mean, your body is one big program. Okay, that's how God designed you. But anyway, before I get into that, I just want to make the point of how man copies God, okay, on many things. I mean, man, was going to study bugs in order to find out how to create certain products, whatever, spider silk, which is 1,000 or 1,000,000 times stronger than steel per whatever. They study that and they want to try to copy that. You look at airplanes and how they fly. Well, what they did was they studied birds, and then they made the airplanes, and how they, things of that nature, guys. So man is usually always copying God's creation, to begin with, on what he designs and how he designs it on a lot of things. But anyway, years ago, now this is where I'm getting to. Years ago, down in California somewhere, I remember they had roadblocks set up. Okay, and they were pulling people over to get voluntary swabs of DNA out of their mouth. Okay, with Q-tips, whatever they were using. And I was, back then I was thinking, what are these people up to? What are they doing? Well, they're gathering DNA, but why are they doing it? Okay. Anyway, why can't they just sneak it from the hospitals or whatever? Anyway, guys, I can never figure that out. I never really got a clear beat on that, except that, whatever they're doing, obviously they got a reason for it. Now you got this ancestry DNA where people voluntarily give up their blood sample or their DNA in order to find relatives, which, I would never do, but I think that's just a front. What they're doing is trying to gather everybody's DNA and make it where people voluntarily give it out. Okay, I know a few people that have done this. I think it's, you can't trust these people. They're up to no good. But anyway, what are they really up to? Okay, your government, I think they know what's going to come biblically. Okay, they're hollowing out mountains. They're building forts. They're gathering, what is it, that place in Alaska where they have a seed vault, okay, where they're storing all these seeds, where it's down inside the ground, where it's nice and cold, where all these seeds are going to keep. Okay, so they have all these different seeds of all these different fruits and vegetables and every kind of plant, all in a vault somewhere in Alaska. They're hollowing out mountains. They're digging underground. They have mountains that are set up that, they contain the food and the air filtration and all the water and everything they need to go into these mountains, shut the doors, and they can last in there for whatever, 1,000 years, whatever it takes. So your government, I think they know biblically what's going to happen or what's coming. Okay, God's wrath. They know what's coming. Okay, they do. So anyway, I'm watching this video, and I'm going to put it down below. You guys check it out. But I'm always amazed at this DNA and how it works. I watch a few videos on it every now and then, but I just watched this guy, and he's explaining it, and towards the end, he's talking about one of the reasons that DNA is being gathered up by the your elites, your masters, is, he said, pick your favorite apocalypse. Okay, this is what he said, so it just dawned on me right there. That, your government and your scientists and your masters, they are trying to gather up as much human DNA and animal DNA and every other kind of DNA, and they're storing it, okay, because they anticipate maybe some type of apocalypse coming, some type of end of the world event, whether it be a nuclear war, whether it be God's wrath, as written in the Bible, things of that nature. But I think that's it, guys. Like I say, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 years ago, it had to have been at least 10 years ago, They were swabbing people's mouths, just trying to gather all this DNA, and it hit me then that they're up to something. But this video here, and again, the guy described, you know, pick your favorite apocalypse, you know, as one reason why they are, you know, gathering up this DNA. But the video itself is really good, gives you a really good explanation of how God has made man, and how brilliant God is and what he's done here, and how we again are just creating synthetic DNA, trying to copy God's design. Okay, but in the Bible we know that in the days of Noah, the end is going to come. And then in the days of Noah, it says that these Nephilim, or giants, whoever was roaming around, they were trying to disrupt God's, they were disrupting God's DNA, and getting in there and trying to disrupt God's creation. You know, so basically what man is doing today with his science and with his knowledge, the same thing that was going on in the days of Noah. So we know we're in the last days. God is only going to let this go so far. But this is just a signal, an indicator, you know, biblically, that we are in these last days. But anyway, man, check this video out down below. Good information. All right, peace out. God bless. Take care.